Hi guys, so we've taken the tyre off and now we're going to have to put the tyre back on again. So this is where the trouble begins with some people. They find it really difficult to actually get the tyre back on to the rim. So first of all, we're going to put the actual part away from the valve, so furthest away from the valve first. You're going to slowly work your way around, pushing it into the bead. Bear in mind we're going to be pushing it into the centre of the rim itself, because if we don't, then it's going to be harder later on. So we're going to do that all the way around the rim itself. Sometimes I find pushing down and giving it a good old wiggle, making sure that the tube isn't trapped between the bead and the rim itself. So working around, I try and make sure that I don't get it finishing at the valve, because then that makes it quite tough to actually get the bead over. So I'm going to make sure it goes past the valve and sits on there. So this is where the fun begins, because you can see that most people will look at that and go, there's no way I'm going to get that on the rim. So what we're going to do is we're going to work around the wheel, making sure that that bead is all the way pushed into the centre of the rim. And then that should give you a little bit more give on this part, which should allow you to pull it over. So I'm gripping the actual tyre itself and pulling round and using my fingers all the way around until it pops. Now sometimes it won't pop and then you'll have to use the tyre lever to actually get it over. So I'm going to show you that part if that's the case. So I'm just going to take this tyre off again. Bear in mind the tyres that I'm using, they're a folding bead, and folding bead tend to have a little bit more give in them, whereas stiff bead doesn't, and they can be a bit harder to get on. So if you ever get to this point where it's really having a bit of a trouble getting on, then a tyre lever poked in reverse and then hooking onto the rim itself can be enough to push it over and give you the extra. So again, it's that technique of pushing the tyre into the centre of the rim that will actually help you get the tyre on. And the main reason for that is because the rims are actually deeper at that point, so in the dead centre as opposed to right on the edge. Thank you very much.